Okay, hundreds and hundreds of school. We're over 400 school closings now, and boy, that 5 o'clock hour, that's when they were all pouring in. No surprise.
Yeah, I mean, some kids haven't even been back to school since
before Christmas
break, right?
You got that right.
Oh my goodness.
My wife just sent me a text and says we're going to have to start homeschooling our kids because they haven't been back.
I know, that's so true. And speaking of not being in school since Christmas Eve, it's actually been since Christmas Eve that temperatures have been above 32 degrees. We have now spent, as of 6 o'clock this morning, 347 hours consistently below freezing. We have now finally, as of 6:30, cracked that barrier, thank goodness. So again, it is sleet and snow that we are contending with all throughout Northeast Ohio as you're getting the kids up and ready for the bus stop for a few of you, or just waking up and telling the kids to go back to sleep for the next couple of hours. Here's what the forecast looks like. Notice the blinking red light for your morning commute. It is going to continue to be a tricky and troublesome commute all over every single interstate and roadway here in Northeast Ohio. You'll need to slow down and give yourself plenty of time. Good news is I think that by this evening, for the evening commuters, as you're heading home from work, I think that things by that point should look a whole lot better. But keep in mind that there is a layer of ice underneath the snow that you're waking up to, especially on the bridges and overpasses, the on and off ramps that tend to freeze first. Just keep in mind you want to reduce those speeds and go easy on those brakes. And boy, oh boy, if you're lucky enough to have four-wheel drive and or traction control on your vehicle, today is certainly the day to use it. If you are caught in a slide, just remember that you want to turn in the direction of your slide to regain control of your vehicle. In terms of snowfall amount through this morning, I think that we'll pick up anywhere between 1 to 3 inches, perhaps upwards of 4 inches of snow in some spots. Here's what the day looks like, though. I think that after that snow begins to wind on down, let's say around lunchtime, if not just after lunchtime, we'll see temperatures in the mid-30s with more cloud cover in store. Temps outside right now, as we mentioned, finally above freezing in Elyria. We're at that freezing mark at Akron, Canton, down towards Dover and Tuscarawas County. And at this point, a lot of changeover to snowfall is taking place. We just saw that changeover within the past half an hour up towards Ashtabula, Pierre pointing down towards Andover, where ice is still being reported there. Our friends in Palmyra, Rootstown, and down towards Ellsworth along 224, also seeing the sleet, snow, and ice underneath all of that. And of course, in New Philadelphia and Tuscarawas County, so many of our viewers down there tweeting and Facebooking us and just saying, listen, it's a sheet of ice outside of my door right now. As we were mentioning, though, although there is a lot of ice, the changeover is taking place not only in Sandusky, but towards North Fairfield, Worcester and Wayne County, and Mansfield and Richland and Ashland County, now seeing just snowfall. And it's a part of a much larger system that stretches all the way down to the Gulf Coast, complements of this area of low pressure and cold front that's moving on through. In terms of timing, we see the snow showers through about lunchtime, after which point I think everything begins to lessen up. So by your drive home from work, looks great for my third shift workers overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. A good looking start to the day tomorrow on Tuesday. Snowfall totals look like this, anywhere between 1 to 3 inches. Again, a pocket or two could pick up closer to 4 inches, but the hallmark from this morning's system is of course going to be that thin layer of ice that you are seeing underneath all of that snow. Universal Windows Direct full 7-day forecast showing you 30s for highs today and tomorrow. We will finally be in the 40s by Wednesday, and although it comes with 50-degree temps by Thursday, there's a lot of rain that we're expecting, and that may lead to some flooding concerns, especially in our primary snow belt, where we've picked up the lion's share of the snow over the past couple of weeks before that winter wrath of just Arctic cold air blasts in again by this weekend with 20s and teens for highs Saturday into Sunday. Keep in mind, feel free to add me on as a friend on Facebook, Twitter, or on Instagram for the very latest on our winter weather. Time now to check in with Miss Tiffany Tarpley. Tiffany, how do those roadways look this morning?
Well, Michael, we are traveling right now along I-90, traveling east. We are in the Westlake area, approaching Columbia Road. We're taking our time, taking it pretty easy here. As you can see, we are in this traffic all headed into downtown Cleveland. You can see an ODOT truck over here, so we are moving a bit slower, but the conditions are a bit slushy at this point. A little slushy, a little slick. But this is pretty much what we've been seeing throughout the morning. Very slick conditions, treacherous conditions, tricky conditions, because you just don't know when you're going to approach any sort of slick spots, any ice or anything like that. So, Lena, again, we're seeing these ODOT trucks out here working. We're thankful for what they're doing to keep us safe out here.